Hi guys, welcome to today's video. And in today's video we're going to show you exactly what bits from the Poka Premium range we're using here at D&D. A lot of people ask because they've seen in the garage or seen on our social media and stuff like that, seen different bits of Poka we've installed around the place. And so we said we make this video and show you exactly in depth what bits of Poka Premium we're using in our detailing bay. We've only put one or two small bits in what we call our front bay. Most of the Poka stuff has gone into our detailing bay, which is where we're currently standing. So I built what we're calling the Poka wall, just because I wanted everything located in one area, out of the way, not going to be in anyone's way day to day in here and stuff like that, and easy to reach, easy to grab depending what job they're going to be doing. So first things first, and a lot of stuff by Poka, it's manufacturer designed to do one purpose. And you'll see, I'm going to show you in 2 or 3 different places that we've kind of like repurposed the product to suit our needs and what we do here at D&D. So the first one I'm going to start here is what they call the tape tray, and this comes in both a 20 centimeter and a 40 centimeter. As you can see, it's where we keep our masking tape. So that's where we keep our masking tape. We're using everything from 36 the whole way down to 18 mil. But this is also where we keep our D&D stickers, which goes on every car. You can't really see it because they're in reverse. It goes on every car that gets done by D&D. So that's where we keep that. Handy place. Everyone knows that location. Everyone knows where to go and get stickers. There's no more leaving stuff down or putting in a press and forgetting about it. As a lot of people know, anyone that knows me personally will know I hate when this garage is messy. So for me, Poka, it was like a dream when we eventually got it. I hate when this place is messy, and this is one of those things. This roll of stickers was always left in different places or in different presses, and no one knew exactly where they were. So at least now, as long as it's always there, first of all, you're saving time, you're more efficient, and for me, keeps me happy. Next up, we have 2 ceramic trays, and both take 30s. Actually, that's a 15 mil. They both take 15 mil, 30 mils, and 50 mil ceramic bottles of any brand. I've yet to actually find a brand that doesn't fit in there, but obviously with us being G-Technic accredited, G-Technic is the brand we're using every day here. And what we do with these is a lot of this stuff would be either left over from the last job ready for the next job, and then we take the bottles, so the small bit left and see one there. We're going to take that now, put it on our tool trolley for the next job in hand. So that's what that's there for. I think everyone knows what this is, the glove holder. Once again, gloves were another thing that everyone had kind of different location for it, where some people kept gloves in the tool trolley, some people kept them in the drawer. So when it came to find the box to do a job in a rush or whatever, it was always scrambled to find where they are. So now that they're there, we know exactly, and we also know when the box is getting low to replenish it and all the rest of it. So from that reason, I think even those 2 bits straight away have made it way more efficient, and you can just literally go and get what you need without even thinking. The next part of the wall is the compounds. Now we use 3 or 4 different brands of compounds here. Menzorno will be our go-to, has been for years. The last 2 or 3 years then we've moved to Scholl. The Scholl range, both the EcoFix range and their Black Label range. But that's the great thing about these holders, and Poka have really kind of designed it to fit everything. So obviously this bottle is a lot different shape to a Menzorno bottle, and they both fit, which is fantastic. You can either put them sideways in there or lengthways, doesn't matter, they both fit. It takes a 1 litre of all different brands, and even fits like the Visitor bottle, which is only 750 mil, which we started using in the last 12 months. So we do this in numerous different versions. You can see here, cut, polish, finish, and we also do it with a glass text written on it, and it's also there in blank, so just their logo like this, just their logo, with nothing written across the front of it. Next up is pads. We do 2 different styles of pad holders, and in both of those styles then come in 2 different sizes. So first up you have the feeder, which is basically take a pad out, and as you can imagine it feeds down. That's there in the 3-inch, and it's there in the 6-inch. So what we call the small and large. As you can see, we're trying to put 4-inch pads into it, so they're kind of bursting out of it. But it will take a 4-inch pad, but it kind of compresses a small bit, so it is recommended for 3-inch. We don't have the 5-inch feeder because we put in the 5-inch tray, we don't have the 5/6-inch feeder because we've used the tray instead. So the other option then you have is the trays, which suits our needs because we're chopping and changing from so many different jobs, whether it's something that needs wool or whether it's a 3-in-1 job where it just needs, and we just want to grab a pad out of the middle rather than have to feed our way down through the feeders. So that's those two guys, two different sizes again, 40 and 80, and you'll see a lot of the Poka stuff comes in two different sizes or numerous different variations. They're really trying to cover everyone's needs. So if you got a small detailing studio, you don't need many pads, go with 40 centimeter. If you got a big detailing studio with a number of staff like we do, that are constantly polishing every day of the week, and they're all working on different jobs, we need the bigger shelf, so that way then we're not all fighting over only a handful of pads on top. Next to that then we have, which is actually a leather brush shelf, which I have these here as a prop, which I'm going to put in. So technically this shelf is a leather brush shelf. As you can see, fits some, comes same again, comes in 20 centimeters and 40 centimeters, which is quite handy. This is a 40 centimeter one, but we're not using it for leather brushes. This goes back to the point I made a while ago, where we've repurposed an awful lot of the Poka Premium range to suit our needs here at D&D. So the reason why, what we're using it for, what we're going to use it for, because we don't do much interior stuff in the detailing booth, it's mainly corrections and stuff like that we're doing in here, and corrections and ceramics of that. We do majority of our interior work in our front bay, so that's where all our leather brushes are kept. We're actually going to repurpose this shelf as a battery shelf. As you guys will know, in this industry, battery is becoming more and more popular, so it is between battery machine polishers, as we all know, battery torches and stuff like that, and what I'm going to show you in a minute, which we use every day here, which is a battery hoover. Batteries lying around the place is becoming more of a common thing, which once again annoys me an awful lot, because you don't know what's fully charged, you don't know what's going into what machine, or who used it last, or who left it there. So my whole attitude is, rather than having this thrown here with another battery on it, I'm actually going to get another battery, stay rolling. And this is exactly why we have the shelf. So we have a number of these batteries around the place, both 5 amp and 2.5 amp, just thrown around the place, hid before we put in the Poka gear. And my big annoyance was, you can't tell what's charged, what it should be in, who was using it last, or anything like that. So our new rule is, basically, if it's fully charged, it's on the shelf, waiting, so then you know straight away. You come in, you see it, you don't even need to know the battery's there, and you know if there's a battery located here, it's fully charged and it's ready to go. And then if it's not on the shelf, which I'm going to guess this one is, yeah, it's probably left ready to be charged or still in the device. And as we can see, this one's dead, so this one needs to go off and get charged now. And once that's charged in, it'll get located back up there. But I'm not going to leave it there, because that's the wrong thing to do. The last thing on the wall, and you wouldn't even really spot it because it kind of blends in with everything, is what they call a C-type hook by Poka. Now this, I think, is meant to be for, or is being marketed as a headphone holder for guys that use Bluetooth headphones or earmuffs, whatever. But as you can imagine, guys, you can use it for absolutely anything, whatever you can dream up. What we ended up using it for, and it was just a pure chance, when I was building this wall, I needed somewhere to hang this up because I wanted to be able to charge it when charging all the other scan grip stuff. And this fits the scan grip head torch perfectly. It's a perfect perch there for it, and it suits our needs because it means we can charge it when charging all the other scan grip torches, which is perfect for us and is a very efficient way of doing it. Once again, we know once everything's here, it's charged. If it's not here, then we know it needs to get charged or it's been in use. And normally this wall, to be fair, every evening or the start of every week is full to the brim with pads, batteries and compounds and stuff like that. It's fairly full still, but most of the stuff that's missing is out on tool trolleys. We're going to show you in a second, because this is an active garage. This is a working garage. It's Monday morning here, and we have 2 jobs in, which you're going to see in a second in the background. And we have a Maserati been worked on the lift, and we have a car in the front bay getting basically starting a treatment. So a lot of this stuff, that's why the finishing stuff is gone, because we're in the finishing stage of this Maserati, and I'm sure that's where the bottles compound that needs to be up there are on the tool trolleys. Speaking of tool trolleys, if Owen will walk backwards for me without tripping over everything, I'm going to show you again another Poka product, which is what they call the Pro Trolley. This is a 3-shelf Pro Trolley. It is a bit messy, there's no doubt about it. We could have showed you a lovely, clean, polished one. I didn't see the point, because that just shows you we are literally working on this car as I speak. I actually stopped the person who's working on it. I stopped Rob so we can shoot this video and show people, answer everyone's questions. And as you can see, we opted with the 3-shelf option. As you can see, top, middle and bottom. Great for holding spare machines and stuff like that, if you don't want to have polisher holders or whatever else you want to put in there, cloths or anything like that. The other thing that comes with it is, or the other the other feature of it I should say, is this actually has a ceramic holder. So as I mentioned a while ago, the guys take the ceramic off the wall, put it in the holder when they're going to do a car. These are actually leftover bottles. These will be getting in the bin later today before we open new bottles to do the next job. So that's a very handy thing. I'm pretty sure Poka are the only one doing that, where there's actually a ceramic bottle holder built into the tool trolley, which, as you can imagine, tipping over bottles of ceramic is not ideal because it's just a sheer another waste of money. This prevents it. The other thing is these two holes are for holding detailing brushes. We don't use it for, as I said, we do majority corrections inside in here, so and this trolley is used mostly for compounding, so we don't need detailing brushes. Hooks for holding up bottles, which we do use, stuff like panel wipe and other bits and pieces you're going to need. But the one thing we did add to it that doesn't come on this tool trolley from factory is we added the 500ml bottle holder. There currently is 250ml bottles in it, our compounds and stuff like that, but it does hold up to 500ml, and if you run or use the Visor range, it will take a 750ml bottle, I think, but it's yeah, it'll take a 750ml bottle, very very tight fit, but it is traditionally used for 500ml or less. But anyway guys, there you have it. That's actually a wall mounted item or product you might call it, and that they sell. But the way Poka designed their range is they want to have it that a lot of stuff can chop and change, so you can basically buy your tool trolley, and after a couple of weeks then, if you want to add to it, you can take what should be a wall mounted thing, but the holes are located in a perfect location that you can then mount this onto the tool trolley in numerous different locations, top, middle or bottom, whatever. So anyway guys, there you have the tool trolley. As I said, it's in working use, as you can see in the background. I'm going to show you another one in a second. Are probably my two favourite things in this garage right now. Even though there's a big wall of Poka stuff back there, these two things, actually no, they're two of my top three favourite things that we put into the garage from Poka. The top one is the key holder. Might sound simple, everyone probably has their own location for keys in their garage, but with us here, and we've a couple of guys working for us now at this stage, keys became one of those things where whose pocket was the last key in, or what countertop they leave it up on top of, are they in the key box, are they not in the key box, where'd you leave them? So our new routine with the keys is basically if anything's been worked on in either bay or between the two garages, the keys have to be kept up on the wall and then get moved to the key safe at night time. At least that way then it eliminates anyone looking for keys, or if I know someone has a key and they shouldn't be in their pocket because I need to get the car, move the car, and it's not in the key wall, well then they get in trouble, let's put it that way. So that's been one of my favourite things. And the other one besides that was, we are all using what we call Bluetooth headsets around here, to both noise cancel and obviously to listen to music and stuff like that when you're working, when you're polishing your car for 2 or 3 hours straight. It's nice to have something to listen to and as well cancel out noise of the machine and other bits and pieces. So for us, there's always headsets thrown around the place, either on tool trolleys, whatever. So we've made a new rule: if you're not using them, they have to be hung up here. And another thing is, lads keep their phones here, so at least they're not in their pockets going off and they know where to get them. But yeah, that's your Poka phone holder, which also has the built-in headset. My third favorite thing is this. This is not it itself, the shelf is my third favourite thing. I like the Hoover too, but this is a Flex VC6 battery operated Hoover, which as soon as this came out, we were like the first people to put this in our garage because it's something I've been waiting for a long time, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. But the thing I like with this shelf is, because this Hoover, when you're doing 16-hour corrections and stuff like that, you don't need this Hoover day to day, but we do need it then to kind of, go through the car before handing it over. We don't want to drag out our big Flex Hoover, plug it in and all the rest. So this is a very handy Hoover for us, just to do a quick run around, remove any, most of the cars that come into us are in quite good condition, but to remove any dirt or grime that's gathered from us moving the car in and out and stuff like that, that's why we use that Hoover. But for me, it was always just left around the place. It was always on top of a countertop. It was always, basically it never had a home. So as soon as this came in, which is their drum holder they call it, which I'm going to show you it's actually meant for. Now, you wouldn't traditionally put it up this high if you're using for this, but it's actually meant for holding 5s, 10s and 15 litres. It will take up to a 15 litre, but not a 20 litre. That's what it's meant to be for. But for me, as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. Hence why it's mounted so high, which is I wanted to store our Flex Hoover. This way, it's up out of the way. Everyone knows where it is, which is another key thing that I'll probably keep mentioning. Everyone knows where it is. It's up out of the way. It's not left on the countertop. It's not taking up space. No one's tripping over anything like that. So that's what that one's used for. As I said, it's traditionally supposed to be for 5 litres, 10 litres and 15 litres, but that's what we use it for. So this is, as I mentioned a while ago, this is our second trolley, second Poka Premium. Once again, the Pro 3-shelf trolley that we have here. Hose machines, both mini machines and large machines on the side, hose bottles, detailing brushes, all that. And this one, like the other one, where we've opted to add features to it, and that's the thing I love about Poka. They're always thinking ahead. The fact you can add stuff to a trolley. What we've added to this trolley, like the other one, where we've added a 500ml in the other one, we've added the 1 litre bottle holder in this one, which, as you can see, takes the 1 litre bottles of compound quite well, and is very, very handy. We put one in each just so that we could make sure we've all the bases covered, and they also do this exact same holder in a 1.5 for like the likes of 1.5 Quasar trigger bottles and stuff like that, which is only 4. So what you see is the 500ml holds 6 bottles. This one holds 5 bottles, and the 1.5 litre then holds 4 bottles. But once again, all 3 of those can bolt onto the side of this. I think there's like a brush holder can bolt on the side of it. There's a load of little attachments you can bolt onto these tool trolleys anywhere you want for both the triple and the twin shelf tool trolley. Anyway guys, there you have it. That's the Poka we've added. I think we added one other thing which I'm going to show you there now, which I nearly forgot about, which is this bottle holder. We've added this bottle holder into our front bay. Just has bits and pieces you wouldn't use every day, but you'd use day to day, like rain repellents, bead maker and stuff like that. And once again, guys know where it is. You can tell straight away by the label what it is, and you can go off and use it or do whatever you got to do. So that was the last thing we've added from Poka Premium into our garage. Anyway guys, there you have it. Quick video just showing you exactly what from the Poka range we're using. And we also have a full display inside in our shop, and on our website you'll see every single product we stock by them. That's us for now. We're still on about doing a video, a full in-depth video on the boot itself, because every time I put up a video standing in this boot, there's questions after questions come out asking about everything from lighting, from the size, from the colour, to the where the lighting's placed, about the heaters, the whole lot of it. And we will get around to it. We found some old footage, lucky enough, last week or the week before on a hard drive of us building it, but not all the footage is there, so unfortunately we're missing a bit there. And just time, we got to figure out some time that we can dedicate to making this video, to make sure we put enough effort into it to give the video justice, basically, to make sure that the video about the boot does what we need it to do. But anyway guys, there you have it. Signing off from me. Check us out in the next video, and I'll see you later.